what they say. You know, I like when they say family.
Because we family. We are.
Amen.
Welcome to RebrandUS.
We love you.
I love y'all.
Far too many times we try to build ourselves and act how other people want us to act. Mm-hmm. And so just not, you really are growing when you're not focusing on what other people's visions of you.
Sometimes you got to go to war to get your peace.
And sometimes you don't even know what peace is until after you've been through war.
Lift every voice and sing.
RebrandUS started in 2012 after the death of Trayvon Martin. My friend Eric Russell and I thought maybe the problem is us, the black community.
So we decided to start an organization to help change the image
of how America
sees how the world sees us.
The simple things like pulling up our pants or eliminating the use of the N-word
would help move black men
and black women
to a more positive direction.
Capital RebrandUS.
But after years of a hiatus, for personal reasons,
and bringing on new friends,
we, the people of the United States, witnessed the murder of George Floyd for 9 minutes and 29 seconds.
We then realized
it wasn't just us. We need to rebrand it.
It was the U.S.
Hence the lowercase
RebrandUS,
capital U,
capital S.
And that's what we stand for today.
An opportunity for a second chance, an opportunity for grace
and mercy,
love.
That opportunity must start, however,
by rebranding me
and rebranding you.
To rebrand us.
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 Day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's RebrandUS Podcast, and I'm your host alongside my co-host. It's another one, y'all. In fact, this is one of those weekends where we get to celebrate two holidays wrapped up basically in one. But anyway, before we get to talking about that, y'all, Juneteenth is coming up. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day to everyone.
Yeah. Good week. Good weekend.
All right, let's go. K Hemp is already getting in there. He said, big shout out to the crew. Big shout out to you.
K Hemp.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, for those of you who don't know, who are watching, and this is your first time, let me introduce you to the people surrounding me. Let's start from below me, because she's beneath me. What up, Yashika? How you doing? That's how we doing it today.
Well, I'd rather be below than above. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
And then there were four.
Next to her is Adrian the Ace Stinson. What's up, Ace?
What's going on, people? How everybody doing out there in TV land? What's going on, everybody?
Right on. And last but not least, with her own podcast she's going to be talking about as well. What up, honestly? Helen, how you doing?
Hello. Happy to be here. Favorite day of the week. I get to see y'all beautiful three people. It's favorite people of the thing.
Right now.
Podcast. I actually just wrapped up season 8. Honestly.
Nice.
So if you want to go check it out, all 12 episodes are now alive and well, not live, but they posted. Go check them out on most streaming down. The things.
All the stuff. All the stuff. Right on, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anthony Goodson, and I'm so glad to be here with y'all today. You know what? So a lot of Americans either just prematurely celebrated 250 years of America, right? This past Sunday, although it's not another 3 weeks away, July the 4th, which we're thankful. That's great. That's cool for our country here. But we here at RebrandUS Podcast today, we're celebrating, I believe it's 166. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Years of freedom for our Black people. And to me, that is our holiday. That's our July 4th. So it's amazing that we're here. It's amazing that we have this platform and we have the freedom of speech and we can read and we can go to schools and we can do all those things. Y'all, we're celebrating freedom today. And also way on the back end, way back on the back end, Father's Day is back there somewhere. Bill Cosby got this old joke that says, 3 months before Mother's Day, they promote Mother's Day. 2 months promoting Mother's Day. Buy her a ring, buy her flowers. They're talking this. Everywhere you go, billboards, Mother's Day, Mother's Day, Mother's Day. But like 10:30 at night on Saturday night before Father's Day, everybody is like, tomorrow's what? So we don't get no love. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the comments real quick. What up, K-Hamp? He say, stay grounded, Helen. Right on, right on. What up, Carla? How you doing?
Hey, Carla.
What's up, Corey?
Right. Girl.
Deborah number one on the night.
She made number one tonight. It's been a long time since she made number one, dear.
If she number one is about, we thankful everybody showed up on time. But tonight we're talking Juneteenth and we're talking Father's Day, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the questions started. First of all, let's talk about, before we get too deep, I'm gonna just bring up some questions, some easy questions. All right, we're talking about Father's Day. Who raised you? Who was it? Your mother? Was it your parents? Was it your father?
My mama raised me. Linda G raised
right now.
Kids. Say.
My mama raised me. Deborah number one for the night.
Yeah.
All right.
My whole family.
I like these short answers. This is going to be very exciting. We're going to keep the audience up.
I thought you had a point you was getting to. Oh well, I'll give a synopsis. My entire family raised me. I was, I guess, the quote unquote chosen child. So I didn't have one home. I had everybody's home. So I chose where I stayed based on what my friends were doing the next day. So I might wake up on this side of town, this side of town. I had clothes at everybody's house and stuff like that.
Nice.
But I guess I was young. But I will say about my father, it's kind of like I think he's a real stand-up guy. Probably wasn't much as far as being in a relationship, as far as a father, he was. My father didn't live in the home with me, but my father was very involved in my life. So I can never say he wasn't here or there or things like that. Don't know how he made it happen, but he was a very present father.
Well, you know what? I say I'm one of those lucky ones. My mama wouldn't let me use the word lucky. I'm one of the blessed ones. I was raised by, of course, my mom and my dad. And then I had a slew of uncles and aunties who raised me. But, the community, we had certain people. I got a documentary coming out, James Cleveland. He's a person that I would say raised me. But I would also say there were certain mentors that I still, like up to Kevin Woodson of a year ago. I had, God always put a lot of good people in my path, or he put me in their path, however you want to look at it. So for me, it was a whole lot of people. We had Andre Glenn on here a few months ago. Andre Glenn was certainly a part of the people who kind of took me under his wings and say, man, I'm gonna take care of you. So for me, I say it was a community. It was certainly the community that raised me. Carla says, both my parents raised me. My daddy raised me, Corey Rouse says. Hey, Sandra Lindley. Hey, she says, hey, everyone, be blessed. We are, thank you. Happy early Father's Day, Aunt and Ace. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're just getting in the theme of family right now. Who taught you your hardest lessons?
That's cold. Who taught my hardest lesson?
If I had to, my on-the-spot answer, that's a good one, would be my cousin. I have a lot of cousins, but my cousins were in the side hustle business. And that side hustle business was directly related to my family, my nucleus. And I learned a hard but valuable lesson that sometimes when you understand that someone has a problem of that kind, although you don't understand why your family will be the people to aid that, it's better them than some stranger. because of me and my sister, right? We were young girls. And, sometimes exchanges weren't always even. And that could have went left if it was a stranger. And so a hard lesson was that sometimes you have to accept the decisions people make because it is the greater of the two. I don't call them evil, but the two solutions. And I don't know if that makes sense. That speak of riddles, but if you know. Otherwise, I'll tell you why.
Okay. Let's get into the comments, and I think they gave some great ones. Sandra Lindley says, "Life raised me." Gave me the greatest lesson. So did Carla Harris. She says, "Life." That's a great answer, actually. I think Deborah Goodson. She says, "Happy Father's Day." Hello, Rebranders. Hey, Anthony, and happy Father's Day to you too, Ace. Kay Hemp says, "My grandfather, his mother's father, taught me my hardest lesson. Nothing is easy in life, and you must work hard and never make excuses." April said, "Life experiences raised her." Yashika, who taught you your hardest lesson?
I would go with life experiences too. I think as we grow, we learn more and more as we get older. That's where I guess, you should tap into your wisdom, because wisdom is not, even when, we kind of think that the older you are, the more wise you are, but that's not always true.
Mm-mm.
So I would say that life experiences, because, you learn people, and Maya said it best, when a person shows you who they really are, you need to believe them. So I would say just life experiences, not just with people, just with everything. And hard work is definitely up there. If you want it, you got to work for it. If it was easy, everybody be doing it.
You know that I'm like you. Life experience taught me a lot. I mean, and hopefully you learn a lot from those life experiences. And that's kind of that's the page we should all be on at this point. And it's something you said that was funny. Like, wisdom does not come with age. I don't even know if it necessarily comes with experience. I think wisdom is a gift from God. It's a combination of knowledge and understanding, and now we're talking wisdom. Ace.
Hardest life lesson, my cousins, my older cousins. I'm like a second generation. All my cousins like 12, 15 years older than me, and watching them, some doing the wrong, some doing the good, and I just observed, and those are the lessons I was taught and the paths that I took.
All right, I'm going to ask one more question like that, and then we're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back to our real topic for today. The next question is a little bit more fun. Who gave you your funniest childhood memory? Now, for me, I'm going to go ahead, and I don't even know if she's watching tonight. My sister. Everything she did was funny. Listen, my sister, y'all, Helen, my sister was a school teacher when she was a kid, when she was 5, 6, 7 years old. She had all her dolls lined up in the classroom, and she was teaching them. She had this one particular kid. I don't know if it was a bear or what, but his name was Billy. And Billy always stayed in trouble. Okay, class, 2 + 2. Billy, why was Billy always in trouble? But she just sitting around listening. When I was a kid, I'm a rant for a quick second. I was a kid one time. My sister, she was getting of age. She wanted to talk to the boys, right? And so I wanted, I was of age too. I wanted to talk to some girls. So we only had one telephone line. So I was on the phone, and she would get real upset. And then I would get off the phone, and she would recognize it, but she didn't have nobody to talk to, or at least she would call somebody they wouldn't pick up. So what happens is I recognize that she's not on the phone with somebody because she's trying to make me think she's still on the phone, so I won't use it. So I hear her going in circles. Yeah. For real, girl? Yeah. For real, girl? Yeah. So I recognize, okay, she's not on the phone. But we did have a cordless phone. So I'd pick up the cordless phone, call up whoever, and then I'd walk right by her room. Say, yeah, man, I talked to you about it. We're going to, I'm in a conversation with him. And she quit that real quick. So my sister is the one who gives me my funniest childhood memories.
Oh, man.
Schultze says, hello, Rebranders and tubers. Hope all are well, warm, sunny here in Puget Sound, Washington. Okay. Right, my daddy says
me, it'd have to be my cousin Brian. We were together all day, every day, forever. So, it's too many to remember, but it definitely would have to be my cousin Brian. Gave me my funniest memories.
I think I gave me my funniest memories.
I can see that.
She entertained herself.
Don't
I
need nobody
can
else.
believe that for the jokes last week. I can believe that.
Hey, great job,
So
Helen. Great job, by the way. I don't know if I gave you
it
props.
was really good.
Holding it down.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
I've always just been talkative, but I remember my sister, her favorite story to tell about me being so friendly is we were walking by the park going either to the store or something, but there was these kids on the swings, and one of the kids was like, "I love you," and without hesitation I was like, "I love you too," and she's like, "They could be trying to kidnap and kill us." I said I love you. Who would do that before they kidnap and kill you? So if anything, if we was gonna have an adventure, it's gonna be because I want to. What you doing? Oh, that looks fun. Let's go try. So I think I always had a key with myself.
Okay, the talkative one, Helen. All right, y'all. Juneteenth is on its way in a couple days. We're gonna celebrate that, but a lot of things are going on right now.
Yeah, you don't care about
Oh, you got to.
Don't worry about it.
No, she could tell us. We want to know. Anthony might not.
No, it's not worth it. No, I want to talk about Juneteenth now.
I thought 9/11 we were
about
gonna
10
do.
years
Okay.
ago.
Go ahead, Yashika. What's your most exhilarating childhood memory? Who gave it to you?
My sister.
Okay.
Mhm.
One day she was rebellious, and so she went with my mom's friend to, you know how they pull up them pop-up shop carnivals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The rides and stuff. And so she said she's going to get a job. She's like 15 years old, right? She's going to get a job. And so they said they would hire them to work. They hired them in the morning. They took the tickets and the rides for the people to get on the ride.
Mm-hmm.
So they worked from like, Kiki, you listening? They worked from like 8 in the morning to about 4 a.m. the next day. They made $41. And you see, I'm trying to get through it. As the funniest, $41. He said, "I'm going to the better business girl." And tell them what? They done picked up all the rides and left by now. So now every time there's a pop-up carnival, I'm like, you think they hired?
Wow.
Back when minimum wage was doing real good, she making $3 an hour. Hey, we come back. We're gonna talk about a little bit more on this Juneteenth thing. We talked about a call to action last week. I don't know if y'all watched the beginning of the show, so we want to talk a little bit more about our call to action, y'all. Boycotts and what comes of it, and how do we do it? We want you audience to kind of participate in that as well, and kind of give us some ideas. We're gonna tell y'all in weeks to come exactly what we have going on. But until then, we'll see y'all in about 2 minutes.
Brother Hill, what do you see?
I see a grocery store. What do you see?
I see a whole mess of Negro dollars going into white pockets. Now look at that. They'll take our money, but they despise us so much, they will not touch our hands in the exchange. Money is power, Brother Hill.
You ain't lying.
And why are we turning over our power to people who despise us?
But Dr. John, the members of our congregation are professional people. They're not business-oriented.
Yeah, and that's our biggest mistake. Right now, we are only consumers. If we're only consumers, we're parasites.
I need something that goes from 0 to 300 in less than a second.
Oh my goodness.
Here you go.
Juneteenth is coming up, but there's a big problem because most people think Juneteenth colors are red, black, and green. But that's not Juneteenth. That's Pan-African. And I know this might sound wild, but stay with me because by the end of this, you're going to look at Juneteenth completely different. Juneteenth is not an African holiday. It is an American holiday. It is the day that enslaved people in Galveston, Texas found out they were free right here on this soil in this country. And Juneteenth became an official United States federal holiday in June of 2021. So Juneteenth actually has its own flag, and most people have never seen it. It's red, white, and blue with a star in the center and a burst around it. The star has a dual meaning. One, it represents Texas, the Lone Star State, and it also represents the freedom of foundational Black Americans across all 50 states. And the burst around it represents a new beginning, the birth of a new day. and a fresh start for newly freed people. The same colors as the American flag, because the message is clear. Our freedom is American history, not borrowed from somewhere else. A foundational Black American who is a community organizer and activist named Ben Haith designed the flag in 1997 because he believed that Juneteenth deserved a symbol that told the truth about what the holiday actually is. This Juneteenth, don't let corporate America tell you how to represent our foundational Black American holiday. And let me know in the comments, did you know this already?
Very good.
Man, you learn something new every day.
It's every single day if you open to it.
I never knew that.
I never knew that either, not till today, or yesterday when I found that video. Welcome back to RebrandUS Juneteenth. That's what we're talking about, y'all. We're talking about a call to action. Now we know, because originally I was going to get us some t-shirts made similar to the colors that Helen has on her chest. But now I realize that those are the wrong colors. It's Pan-African. We're Juneteenth Black Americans. All right, y'all. So boycotts and all these things. You know, we talked about this a little bit last night. What's his name? Jamal Bryant did the boycott for Target. Yeah, and then I think the question now is, all right, what next? You know, and Yashika made the comment last night that when I boycott you forever. And I think Helen called it divesting. I'm going to go to the comments real quick, but my question, but when we come back from the comments, is what comes of a boycott? How do you actually do a boycott? Actually, I'm just let y'all answer it. We'll come to the comments like in a moment.
You just stop.
Yeah, you don't
just say, hey, we ain't doing it no more.
And usually it has to be an inconvenience for it to boycott, right? If it's something easy, then it's probably not impactful. So you got to be willing, I think Anthony like to say, sacrifice something.
Yeah. I think how you do it is you got to have a back. You got to have a back. What's the word I'm looking for? You got to have a plan, a back plan. So you on a boycott, but there's a plan after the boycott, and it's not we're going to just start rushing your business, because like they said in that James Earl Jones clip, once we start hitting people's pockets, we can't just rush to give them back the money when everything is kumbaya. We got to make you remember what happened. Yeah. Just like the bus boycott. I don't know if y'all know this, but the bus boycott, Birmingham, Alabama. Well, there were black-owned buses at that time too, companies, and so they used those for a little while, and of course that faded away, and that was intended. But we didn't just go riding buses. You know, people bought cars, people learned how to walk, people learned how to get along a little bit, and I think that's where we dropped the ball as far as I'm concerned with that Target boycott, because it went away, and I'm like, no, now what? Now people are back at Target? I mean, really?
I don't know. Are they though?
Yeah.
They said that.
I see it all the time now. I pass by and stuff like that. I think we don't have we don't have an attachment anymore. You know, we don't find it personal. It's just like if you three on here got a cause, then I'm attached to that cause. I feel like that's the cause. But I feel like even though we were supposed to be boycotting Target, some people feel like they don't have that attachment to the entire race like that. Well, I'm still, Target is right around the corner from my house. I ain't finna be, stuff like that.
You don't take it personal, right? Like, because it hasn't happened to you yet. It's
right.
Like I get it, but I'm just one person, not the right attitude, because that's how you decide it.
I think it's a choice, and what I think, Anthony and Ace is in marketing, right? And I did, I guess, some in the past, but one of the things that what they do is they go to different accounts, and they go to the same accounts every week. Why? Because if you don't go every week and be at the forefront of people's brain, then they forget you. It's almost like human nature, right? And so what I think when we call to action, how do we stay in the forefront of people's brains so that it doesn't become to where it's just, because we like Chicago for a while, and that still is, they were having so much gun violence, so many people dying, and at first everybody's like, oh my God. But now it's just like, you don't even think about it, or you don't think about different things. So that's what I think. Y'all can tell me what you think, but I think we have to do something that keeps people's attention. Consistency.
Victoria Wright says the problem is we are so used to being mistreated, so we just go along as long as it doesn't affect us individually, and that is the problem. She also says a boycott can be a quick fix. There needs to be a step too. 100%. What's up, Mel? Mel says withdrawal of money first and foremost, then we build our own economic base. Honestly, you don't have to write anything more after that. That's it right there. We have to think true liberation and being willing to sacrifice for long-term change. You know, the most important word I believe he used in that is sacrifice.
Sacrifice, yeah. We
have to think, we have to move and build as a collective. And also Adrian, well, my bad. Cool flag. I didn't know there was a flag either. I didn't either. Deborah Goodson says, where can we get the flags?
Now you go back to my comment.
Juneteenth got, oh, okay, there you go. And he says, go to amecprograms.org/shop. It'll be on here. And Chris Wright says, we need more Black people to stand on business like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and get people to follow. You know, I personally believe, Chris, I agree with you on that. We all, at this point, individually need to be Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. We don't need to wait for Martin Luther King. We need to be Martin Luther King, because now sacrifices have to come. We're going to take a break after this one. Even Jay-Z has a collaboration with Target. I saw that today. It's for the re-release of the Reasonable Doubt album's 30th anniversary. Yeah, so maybe he sold us out. Look, we're going to take a quick break, y'all. We're going to come back with we're going to play a game after we come back. We're running a little bit behind, but we'll get through it. And we got a whole lot more Juneteenth to talk about in a moment. Sydney?
Game time! Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Come on, let's go play a game.
Who wants to have some fun? Let's play. It's time. Let's play a game.
All right, y'all. So this is a game we played before. It's kind of fun. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all a picture. Y'all tell me what's happening in that picture. Simple enough. We're going to give the audience a chance to jump in on that too. But before we do that, Tori Wright says, it's 2026. We need more Malcolm X's and fewer Martins to pray. Fewer Martins to pray. We have been praying long enough. Your mother is watching. I'm just going to say that. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a picture up. And after I put that picture up, we're going to come back. Y'all tell me what's going on in this picture. All right. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
RebrandUS. Well, I'll let the audience guess.
Now, what exactly is going on in this picture?
Yeah, what's happening in this picture?
He dancing.
Okay, that's a good one.
Why he dancing? That's the thing.
I don't know, y'all.
Can't tell you.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Audience should know.
Damn, gonna be the last time I get my boogie on from a married man. Better go on big boogie by myself real quick.
He help knows. He says it's Martin. Chris Wright said Martin last dance before he gets married. Martin in a thin line between love and hate. That was the actual show in turn. All right, what's number 2, Sydney?
All right, now.
Anybody know what's going on in this picture?
Ain't nobody come to see you. Otis.
Anybody, audience, what's going on? Just put I tell you what, let's make it easy. Just put the movie down. If you know the name of the movie, just put it down. Yashika, you know?
You know Yashika.
No. Same time frame.
I don't know. I got my FedEx my card to Antoria last night. I don't know.
You had to send that to your car, your black card.
Yeah, she told me to send it last week, but I forgot.
All right, the comments are coming in. Howlin' Wolf, Chris says. Cadillac Records, as Tori Wright says. And that is correct.
Hey, baby. Won't you stay for a while?
Gotta get your girl out of the ring.
No, that's all right. You can have her, baby, but she come with death.
You can't hear you, man.
I guarantee you hear me. He was the big, bad wolf. Now the story.
Democrat says life. No. Cadillac Records is the answer. Also, Howlin' Wolf singing. Absolutely. Sydney, let's do number 3. Anybody know what's going
life.
on?
Now that's life, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I don't even have to.
My name's Sylvia. What's your name? Can't you remember your own name?
I know it begins with a C.
Claude.
Life, Corey Rouse says. Deborah Collette. All right. Okay, we got about 4. We'll do some later on. We're gonna do one more now. Sydney. This is one of my favorites. Anybody know what's going on right here? This is one of my favorites.
Now you know they might be thrown off because the sculpture don't really look like the person, but you just have to know, I guess, what's going on.
You knew.
How do y'all even like a freaking catalog of just stills like this in your head?
Because this was our childhood, so growing up.
Rhythm spoons.
That's what it is. Helen, that's what it is. That's because it was a childhood.
Okay, I got one more idea. Rent spoons. Yeah. See, we serve them soup for free. Rent 'em spoons.
Nobody.
You gotta see the episode. If you seen the episode, that makes that's funny as hell.
Both y'all black cards.
They had a restaurant, so they were trying to come up with an idea what to call it and stuff.
It's okay.
They called it rent 'em spoons.
Okay, well, all right. The audience like it. Coming up next, y'all, we got a whole lot more Juneteenth conversation. We'll see y'all in about a minute.
Are you ready?
Yeah, before Shark Week, I get a little anxious about nothing, but that will help, honestly.
You got to take my shark before?
No, Shark Week. You know, the ladies know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
I got it.
Shark Week. Helen knows. Shark Week.
Long as somebody know.
Okay, your month, your aunt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Y'all gave a British dude a slave role, taught him a Southern accent for 2 weeks, then had him accepting awards like he marched with Dr. King himself. That's why I made the skit. And nah, this wasn't just me trying to be funny. I've been seeing this weird Hollywood shit for years. Every time they need a black American story, somehow a British actor pop out talking bout cheeky and brilliant before yelling in a Memphis accent on camera. And the crazy part, folks in Hollywood act like anybody questioning it just jealous or starting division. People just tired of watching their own stories get outsourced. Now don't get me wrong, them dudes talented, I ain't hating on nobody individually. But at some point it stopped feeling like read acting and start feeling like y'all replacing real lived experience with a good dialect coach. That's my issue. Some of these stories come from our grandparents, our neighborhoods, our history, slavery, poverty, police harassment. Growing up black in America, that ain't just a role people study for 3 weeks, then go collect an Oscar off of. Meanwhile, black American actors getting pushed further and further out the room. Half these studios don't even care who really lived this shit, as long as the accents sound expensive and everybody calling it diversity. Nah, Hollywood just like the accent better.
Hey, why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy. I pop out, they go wild, so celebrity. Too busy winning, I forgot that I got frenemies.
She said she forgot to play that. Welcome back to RebrandUS. Hey, let's go to the comments real quick. And Terry Wright says, Yashika, please send me your card tonight. K Hemp says, expeditiously. Juneteenth is coming up, y'all. So Juneteenth is coming up. All right. So one of probably the more challenging questions is how far have we, or how free are we today? How free are we in 2026?
That's always a loaded question because a lot of people like to take that and run with it in the wrong direction. But we're free in the sense of we're not in bondage, but we still not free from the I guess from the crooked thoughts. We still not free from the systematic stuff that's going on. So it's kind of like we don't have chains on our hands, but we just got real long strings attached to us. You know, if that makes sense to some people out there.
Well, you know that old saying, nothing's free, everything has a cost. So even though you're not bondage slaves, still slaves to some system. Somebody says it costs money to live. Just to simply be here, it costs money. Think about it. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay for everything we do. And we were born, asked to be born, well, yet we got to pay everything. And that's a human thing. That's not even a black thing. So as far as freedom and blackness is concerned, first of all, let's understand it's not an American thing. It's a world thing. Anywhere you go in these four corners, because you can go to YouTube at any time and they'll say, where are some places that accept black people? They have videos for that, Helen. They have videos for that. Is that not something? So you got to understand that we as black people, the freedom is, I don't know, it's tough to be there. It's a dark cloud over us at all times. Thankfully, we have God above that cloud and sometimes below it. But I don't think that there's a lot of freedom, to be honest with you. I think it's a tough go. And I say this all the time, and I don't want to go too long, but I say this all the time. As hard as I have worked, Yashika, Ace, y'all both know, in my industry, and there's nobody that looks like me above my level. Few. And above her or his level, there's even less, if any. So that to me is the bondage that holds us down. That third number in your Social Security or whatever it is, that fifth number, that's what's holding you down. All these things are holding us down. So are we free? I don't think so. Let's go to the comments. Mel, what up, Mel? He says, our true freedom will come with our unity. We are unfortunately still fighting the same oppression today. Rhonda, what's up, Rhonda? Rhonda Payne, how you doing? Hey, y'all, she says.
Somebody done been on vacation. Hold on now.
Yes, she looked like it right there. Chris Wright says, as Black Americans, we are hated from different countries. And that's Americans, he say. I don't know. Maybe it's all black, even from Africa, hated when they go to British, I don't know, places. The judicial system needs a lot of work. Chris Wright also says, we are free, but still bullseyes on our back. One slip up and you are out of here. Yeah, ask Carmelo that. Yeah. And then Carla says, great point, Ace. And Tori Wright says, finally, she says, we are reverting back right in front of our face. Our grandparents barely were able to vote, and now ours don't even count anymore. Yeah.
Yep.
You're just allowed to be, you're allowed to think that you're free. Is that fair?
Yeah.
It's an illusion. It's almost like a mirage. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a mirage. And what are mirages? Do we know the true definition of a mirage? So that's what it feels like.
I agree.
Yeah. It just they just put icing on top, because the first thing they'll say is, look how many black millionaires there is, Yashika. What do you mean you're not free?
Yeah.
Well, here's the question. What does freedom look like?
Stick on a pig.
Ooh.
Freedom looks like self-expression, not resulting the cops coming to experience your self-expression and you going to jail for it.
Wow.
Freedom means being able to wear a hoodie and have loud music and get to wake up the next day.
Come on.
Mel says, study the difference between an act and a law. We don't even think we're free. If we did, we wouldn't teach our kids unspoken rules just for us. Absolutely. And what does freedom look like, Yashika?
I think I'm gonna go with, I can't remember who said unity. Who set that down there? I think that's what freedom would look like. More unity, more unified. Not, we talked about this in the past with the crab in the bucket mentality. If we had more of a unified front, a consistent, like, generational unity. Now, I'm not just talking about for 5 years we all band together until we disband because somebody got pissed off. Sorry to everybody. But I think it's a generational unity, not just right now unity. I don't think freedom comes in a lifetime. I think freedom has to be consistently grind. I guess that's what it is. Does that make sense? I don't know. Y'all.
It makes sense.
To land it.
Yeah, you gotta land it. I think one thing too, freedom looks like not having to fear the system and having an honest belief in your head that the system is here to help or being for you. You know, it might not make sense to a lot of people, but we all have certain fears of stuff that we know that we can and can't do, or it'll come with graver consequences. And truth be told, a simple traffic stop, the fear of like, hey, he's gonna stop me. I was 5 miles over. He probably finna give me a ticket and I'm finna go to work. I might be finna die. And some people might say,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say it has to be generational, because although in this generation for us, it's like that 3 generations down, we don't, even if it takes a generation, we want to put that to bed, right? So how do we do that? That's why I think unity is generational.
I think y'all made a point. I think I have a thought on that point. Hopefully I don't forget it. There is a law called the Crown Act. And it was because Black women wouldn't be considered for jobs because of their natural hair. We are not free.
And guess what? They still don't even care about the law. They still do it, Antonio.
Freedom is being able to think for ourselves and teaching and educating ourselves. And I got a few more here. Let me go ahead and read one more. Chris Wright says, as Black people, we have to get rid of the Willie Lynch syndrome, fighting amongst ourselves. Y'all know what I think freedom is? Freedom, Ace, I believe you said it, is just the lack of fear. That's freedom. If you go stay in a jungle and you're not worried about the snakes and the tigers, you got freedom. But once you go to that jungle and somebody tell you, yeah, be careful, there's snakes and tigers, then you're in bondage all of a sudden. So I think that we have snakes and tigers all around us in this jungle we call America. So for that reason, holding us down for this and the reality is, in just natural life, we hold ourselves down in some things too. So we can't blame everybody else, but we do know systemically there are some issues out there. Tony Goodson says, how do you know what freedom is when you've never had it? You've never had it, but freedom is one of those things I don't think that you can have, but you can see. You can see freedom, just like you can see growth. You can't see. You can measure growth anyways. I don't know if you can see growth, but you can certainly measure it. And I think you can measure freedom based off what you do versus the person next to you. And sometimes that's hard because the person next to you might even look just like you. Mel said to me, it's the ability to progress without obstacles. There we go.
That's right. They won't burn down our business that we build and make successful.
That goes to my next question. How important do we think freedom truly is?
It's very important.
Yeah. I think it's important. I think even like if you just think about being in a work situation, a family dynamic that you don't like, that's a type of bondage. And you try to escape that as much as you can, right? If you don't like the way you grew up, that's a type of bondage until you can make a means to get out of it. You fear becoming that. So, yeah.
I think if we go to another country, now you got rules that may not seem like freedom. You got traditions that don't seem kosher, don't make a lot of sense. And so, I mean, how important is it? What is it? To me, that's a loaded question, especially if you leave this country and try to go to North Korea and have freedom of speech. So,
right. Yeah, things change. One thing I will quick say that one thing that Helen said made me think of small freedom. So do we see freedom as this big old grandiose thing that we have to achieve, or do we see things like small freedoms? Because one of the things that Helen just said is like, you grew up a certain way, and I can use myself an example. I grew up a certain way, but I don't want that way I grew up for my kids. And so I do everything I can to make that different for them. Is that a small freedom? That am I free from that bondage, that I didn't put that same bondage that was put on me to my kids? Is the kids that a win? Is that a freedom?
Yeah, lots of things.
Speak at once.
Lots of things are freedom. Small, like what you said, the small freedoms, because it does. It is those little things you probably wouldn't do. One of the things I see is at this point in time,
you don't have to play the game time though.
Okay, we won't.
I didn't mute
one of the things I see is and it's a big problem for me, and I hate when I see it. But when a Black woman disagrees with something, she's the angry Black woman.
Yeah.
She's disgruntled, and a lot of times it's just like she had an opinion and you had an opinion. But you see it in the workplace or stuff like that. But it's like, it's little stuff like that is the little freedoms, like being able to have an opinion without being considered, combative.
It's a God-given right that makes it very important and deserved by every human being. I agree with you. All right, y'all, we got a couple more. Well, I don't know. I think we're a little low on time, so never mind that. We're going to go ahead and take us a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
I hate when I get to scripture and don't know the text scripture, but in the Bible, I think in the Bible, and it talks about
It's diluted up to this time. Knowing what it means is a great thing, but that person is still insulting you with the nomenclature of being called a nigger.
Hey, now you just know big words. You got to come down on my level now.
Nomenclature.
We love a good nomenclature.
Yeah. Diluted. All right, y'all. Now, we've been talking a lot about some of the changes in Juneteenth and things going on and boycotts, et cetera, but don't forget it's another holiday coming. That's how hated our holiday is. As men, they pair us up with a whole nother holiday that's actually probably more important to us. All right, so it's also Father's Day for those of you who don't know. Coming up this weekend. And all right, so let's play a little something. All right, so we're gonna try to laugh a little bit, all right? Let's think about some of those phrases our parents used to say to us when we were kids. I'm going to give y'all a second to just marinate on a few phrases. People, please put that in your comments. What is a phrase that your parent used to say all the time, whether you use it today or not? One of them that my daddy used to say, close that door, boy. Are you born in a barn? Well, my mama used to say when I used to try to go out to eat, hey, mama, can we go to such and such to eat? I got food at home. You're going to eat at Deborah's kitchen is what she used to call it. And what both of my parents used to say, money don't grow on trees.
I think that point of pride.
Very much so. So please put in the comments what yours are and rebrand us. Tell me what yours. What are yours?
One that always stick with me, and I say it to this day to be funny sometimes, but my daddy used to always say, I'm going to whoop your natural ass. And they used to always be scary to me. I'm like, he ain't gonna whoop my natural. Like, he ain't just gonna whoop me. It's gonna be my natural ass. Like, what is that? But he was always like, hey, I'm gonna tell you one more time. I'm gonna whoop your natural ass. And they just be like, damn, strong, Daddy.
Chris Wright says, stay in or out.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy, that was a
that's
good
the dagger in the heart right there, Chris. It's hot as hell outside. I was trying to sneak some water and go back. That's the last hurrah.
Happy Father's Day in Detroit, right? Helen?
I had one, but another one that I think trumps that is, we used to do this all the time, but my mom got touched, like, don't you have nobody asking if you can spend the night?
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, can you have me for school still? Don't have
my daddy was okay with the kids. When I was a kid playing sports, he would always take us all to football games and take us home. He had no problem. But my mama, on the other hand, she's like, hey, I don't want to be taking all your friends home. We lived a long way from the school. And they lived right next to us. Mel said, right after the whipping, be quiet before I give you something to cry about. Oh man,
like you didn't give it to me.
Mama used to say, "Ain't nothing new in the refrigerator." Deborah Collette said, "I guess I'm a lie, and you a pretty girl." Here's another one.
She should. Go ahead.
Do you own
the electric company? What's up, Dre? What are you saying?
Move them away from that TV. Your daddy ain't a glass maker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's a good one. I've heard that one many times. I've heard that many times.
Words of my grandmama, sit your stupid ass down.
All right, y'all. What's something that y'all used to? Everybody shares these things that you thought were normal growing up, but later you realize they really weren't all that normal. Like did y'all have plastic on y'all's furniture?
My grandma did.
My grandma.
My grandma, one of my grandmothers did. My step grandmother. Did y'all? How many washcloths did y'all have? Did y'all use that one washcloth for everything? Or you may have a plethora of them, but you take a bath with washcloths. You wash dishes with the washcloth. You wash your,
I wash cloths. It was the stop in the tub too, so we always had to have an extra.
And the water, every once in a while, you got to just turn the water back on because, of course, it's not stopping.
Because it's draining down slow.
Yeah.
You know, the secret.
So Ace, it's two of y'all that grew up in your house. Helen, it was three of y'all, and Yashika was four of y'all, right? It was two of us. Did y'all parents call y'all by everybody else's name?
Today. Yeah. But I do it now. To my kid, it's hard, and you trying to get it out. I said, I got something going on with me, but everybody do it.
Only my great grandmama. It was 15 of us actually. But only my great grandmama mixed the names up, and if you correct her, she would cuss you out. So whatever she called you, that was just your name.
That's just who you are. Rhonda says, my mom only had to give us that look. Oh, she didn't have to say nothing. Close that door. I ain't cooling outside. Rhonda also said, or she would slap us in the middle of next week. Oh, that's a good one. Everybody been slapped in the future a couple times. Chris Wright says, do not go in the sitting room in your grandma's house.
They act like, you know what? They used to act like that furniture was so expensive or something they had. Now that old ran down stuff, I'm telling you, my grandma used to go to sleep. I used to do backflips on her couch that she wouldn't let us go in her own. And it was only because she didn't let us go in there.
Yeah, you got a beat down coming when you get up there.
I
know.
You got whooped. Mom was embarrassed.
You getting it. Yeah, you getting it.
All right. Well, y'all, that was a lot of fun. We got a little bit more show to go. You know, I'm gonna just throw another question. You know what? Let's play the game. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, Sydney, play the next one. Ishika, you got to get one of these. What's going on here?
All right.
I know this one. She's a single mom. He trying to hit on her. He ain't serious at first. Then he right? She got multiple kids.
Oh no, and Toria
she got a whole nother movie. Helen made a whole nother movie. That's part 2.
I actually want to see that movie.
I think Anthony's doing this because it's Father's Day. He's taking it easy on Ace because Ace know them all. That don't seem right.
I think everybody. All right, this movie. Anybody in the audience know this movie? I give you 10 seconds.
Corey, do you know it?
Yeah,
Corey's been pretty spot on tonight.
They know.
All right, here we go.
Hey, man. Hey, it's my car, man. Come on. Hey, you ain't taking my car. I said you ain't taking my car, man. Hey, don't I know you, man?
You mean to tell me y'all didn't know that movie?
Before. What is that?
What's going on?
Temptations.
I know. Not what I don't remember that.
All right, Sydney next.
You saw part 2 already, Helen.
Right.
Please, I know y'all should know this.
It's the Medea movie.
Tyler Perry is coming. It's in the mail.
Can't help know it. The Temptations. There we go. Deborah Goodson got it. And Tori Wright said she was slapped in the middle of next week one time. She was. She came back a week ago. All right. Anybody know what this one?
The Medea movie, right? Tyler Perry.
We give you a point for that. Yashika.
Yeah.
And Tori,
right. Okay, here we go.
Trina said you might like it.
He was cold. He was cold-blooded.
Coming in. There you go. You can do bad. Oh no, that was I think. Why did I get married? That's what that was. Why did I get married, Carly? Yeah, right on. All right, y'all. We got one or two more. Let's go. See. Please, everybody should know this one.
Oh, is this no? When he gets shot in the alley, that movie.
That movie, yeah.
No, is it Freddie Roscoe?
Oh God.
Boys in the Hood.
There we go. We'll take that. K Hamp even got it. Boys in the Hood. Yashika, did you not know that?
Boys in the Hood.
What a punk. What a fool.
Mark.
You look too tough.
I got that one, didn't I? Didn't I get that one?
No, you're not gonna get credit.
You got it.
No, we ain't giving her credit for that. All right, the comments. Everybody else know boys in the hood, boys in the hood, boys in the hood. There we go, boys in the hood.
Ricky.
That's no.
Ain't it Ricky? Ricky.
Same killers.
No, it's
different
scene. Yeah, all right. Well, one last one, and then we'll go ahead and end the show. Sydney, what's going on right here?
I'm sorry, y'all.
I give you a hint. We've already played another scene from this movie.
Oh, I'm finna say, yeah.
Temptation.
Hey, come on now. Hey, come on. Hey, everybody, it's Barry Gordy calling from California.
Hey, Mama, I'll take that.
Barry! Everybody, Barry said he's sorry he missed the party, and he is so proud of us. We love you, Barry.
Barry.
You definitely should go watch The Temptation now.
Temptations. By the way, I'm showing all this black cinema for a reason. Michael Jackson, the movie Michael, actually is now the #1 musical biopic of all time, period. At 900 and I think 70 something, 80, almost $1 billion. But it's only about $70 million off from being the #1 biopic of all time, period. Oppenheimer is in the first place at 975. But Japan just recently released the movie Michael last week, and they are known to do very well, or American movies are known to do very well in Japan. So that movie will easily crush.
Mike is known to do very well there anyway, period.
Absolutely. Otis. Yeah, there we go. They're coming in. All right, y'all. I think it's about that time. Hit it, Sydney.
Hey, yo, who we got on the show next week?
I appreciate you for asking that.
Hey, y'all.
What's up?
So, before we find out to get this joke, because he's got to do a hell of a comeback from Helen's last week.
I know.
So he's got a lot to come back for. I just want to say that I don't like that we talk about Father's Day. You talk about Father's Day being told at 10:30 at night, the day before. I don't appreciate that, because I believe that y'all are some stand-up guys. I think the way we sit back and watch how beautifully you've raised your kids, how you mentor, y'all mentor me and tell me stuff. Hell, you might be my daddy.
Yep.
The things that you do and the things that you say I'm not landing it.
No. I didn't want you to land it. It landed itself.
Oh yeah. But I just think that it's really unfortunate that you say that. I think a part of our unity and a part of the things that we need to do is give more Black men their flowers when it comes to being fathers, because I'm sure it's not easy, and a lot of times you find yourself in relationships where the counterpart makes it real hard for y'all to even be fathers. That's why a lot of kids don't have the fathers in their life, because the mother is not allowing them to, because they still bitter from a relationship, right? And so I just want to say, even with that, because I know at least one of you experienced that, you didn't stop though, and you could have. Like you could have, because that they do it every day. So yeah. I just think that y'all are stand-up guys. I needed to say that. I think it needs to be said.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ayo Ace. And I meant it, by the way. Before y'all hear this joke, I really meant it. Who we got on the show next week?
We're going to make it short and sweet. We're going to have a very interesting show next week. So next week, we'll be talking to gay life coaches that give it to you straight. And we'll just be getting some great advice from them, telling us about how we need to go about things.
Right.
That's it.
Straight to the point. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's it. She's gonna be on the show this week.
Go ahead and do another one. Come on. It's Father's Day.
Gay life coaches there. Well, I mean, well, if we can't talk to them, I guess we can talk to midget counselors, and they just gonna give us a little advice.
Hey,
that's better.
Tony Goodman said, "Where's Helen?" Tori says a 10. Drake gave you an 8. Chris Rice said, "Stop it, Ace." Carla says a 10. K Help said he gave you a 10. Happy Father's Day. That's good. That's good. I like both of them. I like
they
both
being
of
nice
them.
to you.
I know.
You showing out tonight, she said. She like both of them.
I take it.
That's good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We got more rebranders coming up in the future. We're also going to talk a whole lot more of where the future of where we're going. You know, the places where we should have gone years ago, and now we're going to, I don't want to say pivot because that's where we're started. So we're going to keep that going. Rhonda Payne said it's Pride Month, so
it is.
LOL. Tony Goodson gave you a 10. Deborah gave you a 10. Great job, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see y'all next week. Does work get the best version of us while family gets what's left? What do y'all think?
My answer is no, but you have to be that's conscious. You have to consciously make sure that doesn't happen.
I think sometimes, and I hate to admit that, it sounds terrible for me to admit it, but sometimes.
If you give something, you're going to be taken away from some other place. And unfortunately, whenever you give to your work, it's always taken away from your family, right? The more that you give to your work, though, the more you give to your family financially.
I was going to disagree, but then even when I think about myself as an HR person, like I do exude way more patience at work. I don't have a family myself, so I don't have kids, whatever. I just have a partner, but he don't get no patience from me. And I'm not repeating myself.
I always pride myself. One of my joys is I always take my kids to school and pick them up from school. I set the tone for the day. We listen to Michael Jackson working day and night, and we turn it up loud as the car can go, and we act a fool pulling up to the school. Of course, when they were younger, I used to still try to embarrass them. Then picking them up, it's always a smile. How was your day? What'd you do? What made you laugh? What made you smile? What you learned? And I give them that, letting them know that no matter what I did today, I'm interested in your day. How are you doing? And I had to consciously make sure that no matter how the world makes me feel, I make them feel like, hey, I have an awesome father and he cares about what I care about.
Listen to him. Didn't I tell you, Anthony?
You said it.
All right.
You said it.
He's all right.